Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to show you how we can create the real-time web-based application using the server send event or SSE. So the server send event is a technology which provides a communication over the event stream from the server to the client over the HTTP protocol. So in this tutorial, I would like to create the basics form, and then we can submit the person information like name and age, and then on the index page should be able to just retrieve the information automatically using the event source, or we can call or we can say the event stream, yes, using the server send event. So let's start together now. So in this tutorial I will use a Python Flash framework and the Python virtual environment to create the application. So first we need to create um, the virtual environment. So in my case I'm using Python env, Python environment here. So I would create a virtual environment and specify the Python version, okay, just one, then specify the virtual name. Okay, so because we are going to use a Flash framework, we need to activate this environment first. Okay, so we are going to activate this. Okay, this is activated now. So we need to install Flash framework here. Okay, so once we install, we can just check the packages. Okay, so here is the packages that we just installed from Flash. Okay, now we create the project folder. So I call SSE app. I'm going to SSE app, and then I open the VS Code here. Okay. Okay. So here we can see the folder, and we can create the main.py, okay, as a Python file. And then because we are using Flash, then we can start to call, to import the Flash into this project. So we can call from Flash import Flash here. Then we can declare an app variable and instantiate class. So now we need to start the environment. Then because I call this file, then I would call name equal to main. Then we can just run it using host here, and this is the host IP. Okay, you can also use localhost if you want, and then specify the port. In my case I would 5000, and I enable the debug mode. So this is a very minimal application using Flash, and it should be fine now if you run the server. Here you can just start the server using Python and then specify the main Python file here. So as you can see now, the application is run on localhost port 5000. So in this case, there is no page available yet because we haven't declared any route. So we start to declare it now. So in order to start a route, we can just use the @ sign and app instant and then .route, and then provide a default route. So here I call it index page. Okay, so I return something like hello. Okay, if you go to the browser and type localhost 5000, then sorry, what's wrong? Route index return. Something wrong. Line 8. Wait. Line 8. Route index return hello. Name equal to main. Let's start. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Forget the column here. Okay, so we start the server again. Come back to the browser. Okay, you will see this. Okay, my bad. Okay, now we have a default route. Okay, index here. So we want to return the HTML contents from the template instead to the browser. So what we can do is to create the templates folders. This is the default suggested name from Flash framework, and under this folder I will create a template file called index.html. Okay, so now in order to use this index.html, I need to call import render template here. So in the index route, we can just render template and specify the index.html under template. So we don't need to specify the templates folder anymore because render template does it automatically. Okay, so we can just specify the file name here. So inside the index.html here, there is nothing. So let's try to do something fetching data. Okay, and then go back to the browser here. Okay, you can see fetching data. Okay, so now next step is we need to create another route called form. Okay, because from the beginning we want to have a form to submit the data like a person name and age to the index. Okay, so I would create this index, and then I would return something like render template and form.html. But we don't have a form HTML yet. Then we need to create this under templates directory. Okay, so let's say form HTML. So the form HTML here, you can just create two input. Okay, two inputs. So I would give a attribute name. Okay, and then the input name. Sorry. Yes, correct. And then age, and then this is the button. Just submit. Okay, so if you go to the browser and hit form route here, you will see the form available. Okay, so now we have two endpoints. Okay, so we have index and form. Okay, so I would separate in this way to make it easy for you to understand. So now our purpose is to send information over here. Let's say we submit something here from this form, and then it would populate the information here. So how can we do that? So let's continue together. Okay, so in this case, in order to handle the form input, we need to import requests from Flash here, and then as the route here, as you can see, this is the default get method. So we need to provide another method called post here, because we need to allow the form input from the same route. But we need to filter using request method. If this method is post, then we can just get the information from the form. So we can get the name here, and we can get the age. Sorry, get age here. Okay, so once you submit the form, name and age will be here, will be available. You can receive it from here. But in order to get the data, to display the data on index page, what you can do now, you can create another route. Okay, so I call it data. Default route is get, default method. So this is data. And then as we are using, we will be using server send event. So we need to return the information using header instead. So in order to return the